Recording in progress.
Okay, today we're going to do Daf Lamed Tes Amid Aleph. Today we're going to speak about the Chiyuv of Mara. I'm not sure the translation of all the words, but we'll try our best. It says the Mishnah, the top of Lamed Tes Amid Aleph. So we know it says in Torah, matzah some name you have to eat matzah, you have to eat matzah to get the Mara. It says the Mishnah, Pesach. These are the vegetables that the person will eat, so they feel of Mara and Pesach. With chazaras, we're going to see what that means soon. Yetze with chazaras. Yetze mehem bein lachim bein yeveshim. Yetze with chazaras, say if it's wet and say if it's dry. Sorry, skip the word. Chazaras betamcho v'chachavina. Chazaras tamcho and chachavina over olshin and in olshin. With olshin, we're going to say these things are in a second. Over mara and mara. So all these things, yetze mehem, you're able to yetze bein lachim bein yeveshim. Say if it's dry and say if it's wet. Aba like washing, but not if it's pickled, or like shlukin, and not if it's very cooked. Not even if it's medium cooked. So the mara has to be raw. It's starfin, and you're able the kazais, and you're able to join a few of these. It doesn't have to be the same. You have to eat a kazais, but it doesn't have to be the same vegetable. You could eat a little bit of one vegetable and a little bit of another vegetable until you try and make a kazais together. You're also able to be yetze with the kalach. The kalach is the core of the vegetable. Over ma'aser rishon and shnot l'tumah, so you're able to also be yetze with ma'aser rishon, that a vegetable that you took ma'aser rishon from, you took a tumah from, and also with ma'aser sheni v'hekdesh nifta and soto ma'aser sheni and hekdesh that were redeemed, and now cholin they're able to use them. Says the Gemara, chazaras is chasa. What is chazaras? Chazaras is lettuce. Ulshin are hindi. Hindi is another type of vegetable. And there's a big machlek exactly what this is, but it's another type of leaf vegetable. Tamcha, what is a tamcha? We're just going through the different vegetables mentioned in the Mishnah. Amar Rabba bar Rav Chana Rabba Chana says tamcha shma. Tamcha shma. It's a vegetable that in Bavel is called tamchasa, which is another type of vegetable which is similar to lettuce. Amr charchavina. What is charchavina? Amr Shimulaki says atzvasa. The dikla charchavina is the net that goes around a palm tree. Around a palm tree, usually you have like even nowadays you have like things go out of the palm tree, not the leaves, but like the very thin stringy type of leaves. So that's what charchavina is, and you can be tzechimar with that. Uva marer. What is marer? The last vegetable mentioned in the Mishnah was marer. What is marer? Marer says merirta. Merirta is a vegetable called merirta. Okay, which is more like we're going to see soon, like what we horseradish. Says the Gemara, turning back apart, we brings a brisa that says the Kabbalah learned. These are the vegetables. According to Brisa, the Brisa says these are the vegetables that create Chiyuv Mara and Pesach. The olshin over tamcha, like we said in the Brisa before, over charchalin with charchavinin, over chazarin with charchavinin and chazarin. Yehuda adds and says af olshin sada, olshin gina, even the olshin that grow in a sada, that grow in a field, and the olshin that grow in a garden, chazaris and lettuce. Says the Gemara. Olshin gin, just to explain the brisa, olshin gina of a chazaras, a Talmud ratio. Tanakama says they're able to be yetze but olshin and chazaras. Comes from Yehuda and adds they can also be yetze with olshin gina. What's the difference between olshin gina and olshin stam? Says the Gemara hachikama. This is what the brisa means to say. Af olshin sada ka olshin gina chazaras. So basically says that the Yehuda is coming to Masechta that even not only you're able to be yetze by the regular olshin, but even the wild olshin that grow inside a field, you're able to be yetze. The Meir says the Gemara continues with the bringing the brisa. The Meir says af asvad v'tura umar yarve. Even different types of vegetables, which not all these vegetables. There's a clear explanation of what they are. So I'm going to show them say that we don't know exactly what these vegetables are. So even these types of vegetables, you're able to yetze. Amar Rabbi says Asvas v'tura echadu. Asvas and tura is one vegetable, it's not two vegetables. Umar zeh hu yarvar. And mar, the vegetable we mentioned of mar and yarvar, they're not two types of vegetables. It is the same vegetable. So Rabbi said a whole bunch of vegetables, and basically telling that's all. It's two species of vegetables. It's not two different vegetables. Okay. So I was thinking about it. Bishmal said, these are the vegetables the person can be Yitzchak Mar and Pesach. Chazaras with chazaras, Olshin with Olshin, Tamcha or Chachavin, Chagiginin or Hundufin. All these are different types of vegetables. Again, we don't know exactly what all these. We're not sure now what all these vegetables are. Rashi brings down some French words to them, but we don't know exactly what he's referring to. But this in the time of Bible, this is what they used to be Yitzchak Chiyamara with. Rabbi said in the name of Rabbi Lezer, Af Arkablim, even Arkablim is like a type of net, a type of thing that we said before, it grows on a palm branch tree. And Rabbi Lezer says, V'chazaita akol tamidav. Sorry, Rabbi Loi said, V'chazaita akol tamidav. I went to all the students of Rabbi Lezer, and I asked them to tell us what Rabbi Lezer said, and I didn't hear any opinion of Rabbi Lezer says of all these things, of what these things are. When I found Rabbi Lezer Yaakov, he agreed to me that Rabbi Lezer said even the Arkvelin are ksherim. So the Tanakhama said one thing, Rabbi Loi said in the name of Rabbi Lezer that even Arkvelin are kosher, and he tried to find someone who remembered that Rabbi Lezer actually said that, and he found Rabbi Lezer ben Yaakov. The Adon says, "Kol she'eshli saraf." This is more now we go more general opinions about mara. Anything that has liquid to it, meaning if you squeeze it, then it's going to have liquid coming out. Then you're able to eat chiyav mara. Breker says different opinion. Kol shapanav machsifin. Anything that it's anything that is kol shapanav machsifin. Anything. Just lost the space a second. Yeah, culture is anything that has liquid, anything that has juice to it. It says call shapanim machsifin. Anything that it has a light color, meaning it's not very green. You're able to chiyav mar with it. Achenim say call yarak mar. Yesh to start upon machsifin. Achenim said that you have to have both conditions. Number one has to be not completely green, and number two, meaning it has to be a more of a lighter color, and number two, it has to have juice inside of it. Said from all these opinions that we've said in Tona Nulmaid, there's no clear psak on what is Mari is. We're going to see soon, but from the general category for Mari is that Rabbi Yechon makes a sikkim of the whole Amr we learned in Tona is that number one has to be yarak mar, it has to be a bitter fruit, and it has to be yesh saraf, has to have juice to it, and it has to be upan of machsifin, that has to have. It has to be not completely green. Said Allah like that what we said before, that both conditions, the size has to have juice and size has to be not completely green. Says the Gemara. Now the Gemara brings in the story. Ravina found Rav Acha who was going shopping in Erev Pesach. What was he looking for? He's looking for the vegetable called merirta. Like we said before, there's a certain vegetable called merirta. He's looking out for it. Amar lei. So he told him, "My daitche. What do you think? You think the meririn tvei? You think that the merirta is more bitter, and that's why you're going to find it?" Well, chazaras tamar in the Mishnah doesn't say look for merirta. It says in the Mishnah that the first vegetable it says is chazaras. Chazaras is what we call a lettuce, which is mashma. The fact that the Mishnah said chazaras first, then that's the best option to go after. And also, we're talking about the Shmuel. We also learned the name of Shmuel that chazaras, that you should take a chazaras. The Amar Avesha, and Avesha also said mitzvah b'chazaras, you should take a chazaras. So why are you looking for merirta? Look for chazaras. V'Amar Rabbi said, my chazaras. What is chazaras? What type of vegetable is chazaras? Says the Gemara. Rabbi said it's chasa. Chasa is lettuce. My chasa. Why dafka lettuce? Why? Even though they're all bitter, but why dafka lettuce? Why lettuce is the best vegetable to take? Says the Gemara, the chas, rachman, ilayin, chasa in Hebrew means that the Eibishter saved us and he had mercy on us, so that's why it's better to take a lettuce because it's called chasa. Amar Rabbi Shmuel ben Nachmani, Rabbi Yechanan, Shmuel ben Nachmani said in the name of Rabbi Yechanan, Lama nimshlo Mitzrayim. Why are the Mitzrayim why are the Mitzrayim compared to Mara? Meaning, even though the Mitzrayim were bitter, but is there a meaningful connection between the Mitzrayim and the actual vegetable of Mara? To tell you, just like this Mara or this lettuce, that first is very soft, but the more you go deep into the fruit, into the vegetable, you're going to hit the core, it's going to become hard. So the Mitzrayim, they first started oppressing the Jewish nation by being nice and then being soft, and then they hardened up and they became like the cork of the mud, which is hard. So that was all this that Ravacha was telling Ravina. Why are you looking for Merirta? Look for lettuce. So he told him, okay, I go back in my opinion. I'm not going to look for Merirta anymore. I'm going to look for Chasa because you convinced me. Says the Gemara, a general question. The high mother min yoriko. Who told you that mother? It says in Torah, matzah from reim yechlu. Take matzah and mreidim. Mreidim means, we don't know what it means. Who told you it means a vegetable called mother? Ema merita the kufya. Maybe we're speaking about the mother. Maybe we're speaking about a certain limb of a fish, which is called mother, meaning another limb of a certain fish which is called mother. So take that. Who said in me? Don't say until you take a vegetable. It says to take mother. If you have something else which is called mother, maybe take that. Says the mother. No, do with matzah. We compare it to matzah. Ma matzah gedula karka, just like matzah grows on the ground, which is made from wheat. If mother, so to the mother gedula karka has to be something that grows on the ground. And the only vegetables we know that grow from the ground is mother. That's called mother is bitter herbs. Maybe it doesn't mean to take a vegetable. Maybe it means to take a certain type of tree that has a very sharp. The wood is very, very bitter if you suck it. Who said to take a vegetable? Maybe it means to suck a tree piece of wood. Says the Gemara, "Dumid the matzah, be similar to matzah. Ma matzah nazraim, just like matzah grows from the ground and is a vegetable. It comes from seeds. Af marim nazraim means nazraim. So to has to be a vegetable, not a piece of wood. Says the Gemara, "Vema harzufi. Maybe you should take harzufi. Harzufi is a very, very type of poison that they were used to kill the animals. It's a type of plant, but it's a very, very extremely sharp plant. Maybe take that, meaning take a tiny drop of it." Says the Gemara, "Dumid matzah, be similar to matzah. Ma matzah shenikachat b'kesef ma'aseh. Just like matzah has to be bought, has to be able to be bought with money and ma'aseh sheni, meaning it has to be food. Af ma'aseh b'nikach b'kesef ma'aseh. So tomorrow has to be able to be bought, meaning it has to be bought with ma'aseh money, which ma'aseh can be used for food, and therefore this poison isn't food; it's poisonous." Rabbi told Rabbi, maybe the mar that Torah said to eat is one species. Who said there's a whole bunch of different? The Mishnah lists a whole bunch of different species of mar. Maybe it's only one species. Says the Gemara, it doesn't say amatzas umara yichlu. It says amatzas umreidim. Reidim is plural. Lashon. So is mashma. There's a whole bunch of different species which should be yetzachiv mar. Says the Gemara, if so, maybe umreidim means it's not Lashon Rabim, it's two. Maybe there's only two species of mara. Who said that in the Mishnah we said a whole bunch of species? Says the Gemara, with the matzah, we compare it to matzah. Ma matzah meaning hybrid, just like matzah has a whole bunch of different species. You can be matzah with we said before, you can be wheat, barley, and the chamisha million dagim. Afmara meaning harbeh so tomorrow has to be is a fruit, is a vegetable, it's not one vegetable, it's a few different types of vegetables. Says the Gemara, Amar Rabbi Baravuna, Amar Rav. Rabbi Ravuna says in the name of Rav, the vegetables that we just said in the Mishnah, they're able to that person can be yetzachir mar b'Pesach on Pesach. Kulam nizraim baruga achas. You're able to sell them all together, and there's no chash of kilayim. You know this of kilayim of mixing two vegetables together. So Rabbi Baravuna is saying that since the Mishnah said that they all have one name of mara, I mean they're all the same species of vegetable. So to get to kilayim, you could all sell them together. So the Gemara in Lameima, that's what Mishrim Kilayim. You're telling me they saw them together, and there's no Kilayim. But Rav asked the question. It says Chazeres Gan. It says in the Mishnah you could sow together, you could plant together Chazeres and Chazeres Gan, different types of lettuce. Olshin, Volshin Sode. You could plant together Olshin of a garden and Olshin of a field. Creation as you sow to a garden creation. You could put beans of a garden and a creation Sode and beans wild beans together. Kuzbar, so you can put kuzbar of a garden and kuzbar of southern and kuzbar together. Chaydo, you can put mustard seed and chaydo mitzri and the Egyptian mustard seed you can plant together because it's one plant. Or udlas mitzri, and so to pumpkins, I mean Egyptian pumpkin and a regular pumpkin you put together. Any climb is all these things on kilayim. What do we see from here? Chazaras and galin. You could put different types of lettuces together. Chazaras volshin loy, but you can't put chazaras and olshin together, which is a contradiction to what we just said. We just said that not everything says in Mishnah you could plant them together. So why is the brayso we just said now that regarding kilayim you can only plant chazaras and wild chazaras together, olshin and wild olshin together. But to put chazaras and olshin you can't do that. Why can't you do that? You can be etzich matzah with chazaras and olshin. So why can't you plant them together? If you're going to tell me that that the Brisa means to say everything that you could put all these species together, you can't say that. Because Rab specifically said that these pairs, he listed out pairs, chazaras and this type of chazaras you put together, olshin and this type of olshin you put together. But to put the chazaras and olshin together, you can't do. And so the Gemara, mine Israel and that which in Israel and that which you said you could plant them together, didn't mean that you could plant them all together. It means mine is on the Rav Israel and Kol Chas. It means that if you're going to plant them ka'alach, I mean you're going to make a separation between them. We're going to see soon. So then it's mutter to plant them. Okay, I'm going to stop over here at the bottom of the test Aleph. Have a good night.